Hey, is that folk music that you play there? What is that? How do you call that folk music?
I think it was Studs Terkel who asked Big Bill Brunzi, did he consider his blues music to be folk music? And Big Bill says, well, never heard no horses.
Don't hesitate. It could be your ticket to a new tomorrow.
Yay! All right. The show is Horses Sing None of It. My name is Ralph Litwin. And a few months ago, I was reading in Dirty Linen magazine because they gave my album a really good review. And I'm looking through there and I see Aboriginal Bluegrass. And I'm thinking, wow, that sounds pretty bizarre. So I read the review of Aboriginal Bluegrass, and that's how I met these guys who live in New York City. And on the my left, your right, Byron Estep. Welcome to the show.
Thank
nice
you.
to have you. And David Corter,
Hi.
the didgeridoo man.
That's me.
So, man, how does someone get interested in playing an Aboriginal instrument?
Oh, that's a good question. I heard it on the radio, and I fell in love with the sound. It did something to me, and I pursued it ever since. Yeah. And I went to Australia specifically to learn the didgeridoo.
Mm-hmm.
And I spent 6 weeks with an Aboriginal elder in the outback, and he taught me how to blow through this tube here. This is actually a gift from him,
Wow.
and it's
He painted it in such a way that it helped him and helped Dave to attract women.
oh yes.
And has that worked?
Yeah.
I think it does, but he doesn't seem to think it.
Seems like it would work to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, how did you two guys meet?
Well, we worked together at Blue Man Group, which is a show in New York, off-Broadway show, and we play in the band together. He plays zither, and I play Chapman stick. So we met like 4 years ago or something like that. It wasn't really that long ago.
Yeah, it's been a long
4
time.
years ago, and I was playing that thing over there, the National, a lot, and we used to get together and have these marathon jam session type things with the didgeridoo and the guitar, and then we started trying to write some songs and make it a little bit more controllable, and we came up with the combination of the 12-string and the National with the didgeridoos. Seemed to sound good after repeated experiments with various setups, and then it took me like a year just to figure out what he was doing or how to deal with the different sounds that he could make. Because he's barking and screaming and
You name it.
singing dingo songs and all kinds of stuff through there. So, and so we have this whole thing going now where the guitar part and the didgeridoo part interact, and so it took a while to get past the drone stage, but that was the idea, was to get it to be something a lot more than just a drone and a guitar, because people have done that before
And continue to do
and continue to do that, but we're trying to do something a little bit more interactive, with the dish.
Yeah, I dig it.
It's pretty crazy. So, you want to pass me the National?
Yeah.
Give us another one then.
So this one, we actually, the 12-string is actually kind of a later addition into the soundscape. We started out with these National tunes. This one's called Me and Ma's Pa.
Ready?
They'll have vaguely hillbilly names also.
Oh, this is the one I get to play banjo on.
Sure. Neither one of us knows what's going to happen here, but go for it, Nick.
All right. So you play the zither in this off-Broadway
Yes.
show, and you play the Chapman
Chapman stick, yeah.
Yes.
And zither is not a very common instrument either. I do happen to have one friend who plays zither,
Oh, yeah?
but he's the only guy I know of other than you.
Yeah, this instrument originated from Brian Dewan. He created the instrument, and it's half pedal steel guitar, and the other half is played like a harp. And so, it's 2.5 octaves of a major scale on top, which is the harp section, and then there's a series of 6 chords, and they're all tuned. Like the first one's E major, and then B major, and they go through the whole major scale of that top section, the chords, so you can play both at the same time, and you also have the opportunity to do different harmonic things too with the sliding.
So this is not a
real
traditional zither.
No, not at all.
It's a new instrument.
Yes,
Stealing an old name.
Yes.
Borrowing.
We just call it the zither. What else are we going to call it?
Zither, if you want to get really
dimaxion.
technical, just means a stringed instrument. So everybody calls it the zither because it's just strings. It's got 86 strings, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a crazy instrument. But it's more like a guitar in that it uses a lot of, you have the wah-wah and all the various distortion pedals and delay and all that stuff. So.
Cool. Well, why don't you tell us about some of these other objects that you've brought with you?
These are just a traditional pair of clapsticks that are usually played in a ceremony. The didgeridoo, its original name is Yidaki or Maga, and it was given to the Aborigines by the ancestral spirits to recreate nature. And so they use it in ceremonies to help with kangaroos and all these different dreamings. The didgeridoo is originally called the Yidaki, but it was given the name by Westerners when they heard the sound, because what they heard was, so they heard didgeridoo, and that's what they called it. So it's actually an onomatopoeia for it.
How is it hollowed out?
It's naturally hollowed out by termites. White ants eat out the center of the eucalyptus tree as it continues to grow. And the Aborigines go around, tap on them, hear which ones are hollow, cut it down, strip off the bark, and they either leave it plain or they add their traditional, paintings. So that's that. And then these are the boomerangs, which they use. They generally use these in corroborees. Just keep time while the didgeridoo's going, and usually in the center there's people dancing. And same with these. The singer has these, and he keeps time. And that's generally how those are used. And then you have the bullroarer, which is, in some communities it's considered taboo, and others it's considered very sacred, that no one but the initiated can hear. The reason why I use it, is because it was given to me by the Aborigine that I spent time with. His name is Bill Harney from the Wardaman tribe. And he said to me that I need to speak about our culture and bring Aboriginal culture out to as many people as I can. So,
Hear that, everybody? Turn on your TV sets. Tell everybody come over and watch now.
Yeah, exactly. because their culture needs to be respected and preserved. Because they've gone through many of the trials, like the Native Americans. And so this is considered the voice of the gods. And you swing it around, and it just makes a very...
You want to demonstrate for us a little bit?
Okay, I'll try. Yeah. Everybody duck. Yeah, that's it. Okay. So, sounds like a small plane taking off. So, that's the sound.
That does sound like the sound of God's voice.
Yes. So,
When we tracked that on our CD, we did a 2-minute bullroarer track as an intro to one of the pieces on the CD. We were tracking in this recording studio that's a old gun factory in Hartford, Connecticut.
yeah.
And
It's called the Colt building.
Called the Colt 45 building. And when we were in Studio 45. It was like 4 o'clock in the morning or something, and we were in there tracking this, and Dave got in there and started swinging the thing around. And like within 10 seconds, 30 seconds, 10 to 30 seconds or whatever, of him swinging this thing around, there's this huge flash of light from outside, this explosion sound, and we run to the window, and the entire city has gone dark.
Yeah.
There's been a power outage in the entire city. There's a huge fire burning from the main transformer, but the building that we were in continued to have power because the gun factories have their own independent power source from during World War II in case the power was lost and you could still build munitions. So we continued to record, but I thought it was an interesting coincidence.
It was. To actually see light.
I mean, the entire town was like, out of electricity for like the next 8 hours.
I thought you were going to tell me that the building that you were in continued to have electricity because he was still doing the bullroarer.
Well, yeah, I mean, whatever. Believe whatever you want to believe.
Yeah.
All right. Well, why don't you give us another number?
All right.
What are we doing?
This song's...
Oh, before we launch into the number, let's show your compact disc.
Let's do
and
some
promote
product
this.
stuff.
Yeah, product.
Aboriginal Bluegrass. And tell folks how they can get in touch with you in case they want to get on your mailing list, find out where you're performing,
Right.
get information about this disc.
The best thing to do is to call us, which we have a voicemail for all that information. We post gig information, and you can leave your name and address on the voicemail.
212-760-5954
That's it.
for more information about Byron Estep and David Corter and
Yep.
Aboriginal Bluegrass.
That's it. If you leave us your address, we'll send you something. We'll send you an engraved invitation.
Okay.
So this tune is also on that CD. It's called Hillbillies on the Loose. And you can hear Dave impersonating a band of wild hillbillies on this particular composition. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Do you have to circular breathe to play this?
Yes. I'm inhaling through my nose and storing air in my cheeks and then pushing it out. And every time I push it out, I inhale. So that's basically what I'm doing.
That seems difficult.
Yes, it takes a little coordination, but it's like riding a bike. As soon as you get it once, you can do it for miles.
The other hard part about this seems like you have to crouch down and play this thing.
Yeah, I'm all like that. Well, I've seen a lot of people stand. This is my most comfortable. This is how I learned from the Aborigine. He sat like this or another traditional pose, and so this is my comfortable. This is how I learned. So this is the way I'm most comfortable.
Yeah, I don't think I would be most comfortable in that position.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Oh, we just have less than a minute, so why don't you play it out whenever
Okay.
strikes your fancy. Thanks
we
for
do
being
it?
on the show.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. It's a fun show. I like this show. It's the only show we've ever been on.
Yeah.
Gotta like that aspect of it. Which we do, just do Stairway to Nowhere.
Yeah. Stairway out.
This is our ode to Stairway to Heaven, so it's about 8.5 minutes long. So you just have to imagine the other 7 minutes.